with a filming setup update. So pretty much, like, I've talked on my channel before about how I was upgrading my microphone, but filming setup isn't just the microphone. And one thing that has been a little bit of a struggle for me is that prior to recently, I did not have any type of good lighting in my room. So I was basically only able to film in the daytime when it was like really bright outside. And if it was overcast, if it was raining, if it was dark, if the sun was on the other side of the house, like, it was just a huge pain. The lighting was terrible. I really could not get any type of decent video done, which is obviously very restricting. Like, we are busy people. I have a full-time job. YouTube is a side thing. So I really don't always have time to film in the middle of the day. And of course, I can't control the weather. So I was like, I really need to do something about my lighting setup. So this video is going to focus mainly on the lighting changes that I've made. So pretty much what I did was I took a few pictures just to show like the difference between like where I'm starting from, my final point, and then also an intermediate step. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and insert the picture of basically just, it was dark outside, no sun, the lights are on in my room, but I didn't have any other lighting, no ring light, nothing like that. So pretty much, also, if you see me looking to the side, it's because I'm looking at the picture on my computer screen so that I can like talk about it. But yeah, so pretty much if you look at this, it's very obvious that it's dark in the room. You can kind of see some light over towards the left side of the picture, but my face is very much in shadow. You really can't make out any of my facial features. The room itself is still very dark, not for like operating in the room, but for filming video, very, very dark. Not okay, not acceptable. Definitely needed to do something about this. So the first thing that I decided to do was I was like, okay, I can get a ring light, and the ring light will at least light my face, and so then I won't be in shadow. At first I really thought that was going to be sufficient, but we're going to go ahead and look at that second picture, and we can see that yes, my face is a lot more lit, but the room itself still looks very dark. There's like this brown, like yellowy haze in my background. And like overall, to me, it just does not look visually appealing. It's not great. It's not what I wanted to do. But I am so happy that I purchased the ring light, because in situations where it's like overcast, a little bit dark outside, things like that, the ring light alone does make a huge difference. So that's actually what I'm using right now. I just have the ring light on. I do not have the lights on in my room because it is still daytime, so I'm getting a decent amount of light coming from the windows. I'm also sitting directly in front of a window, but because it's afternoon, the sun is on the other side of my house, and you know, I'm not getting full direct sunlight, at least not enough in my personal opinion. So still happy I purchased the ring light. Definitely makes a huge difference, and I'll still be using the ring light in my final setup. My light that I ordered, I'll put all the information down below. It did come with a tripod. It came with like kind of a taller tripod, but I also purchased like another small tripod, and I'll show that also in the end of the video. So in the very end of the video, I'll come back and I'll show like my final setup. But for now, since I'm obviously using my setup to film, I can't really show you and talk to you at the same time. So yeah, we'll talk about that later. So yeah, so moving on to the next changes I made, I was like, oh, I like to film in daylight. And I remembered when I was buying light bulbs the last time that there were some light bulbs that said daylight on them. So I was like, okay, if there are light bulbs that basically simulate daylight, that will probably help me a lot. So what I decided to do was purchase some daylight bulbs from Amazon. And I also purchased some new of those like shades that go over the bulbs, because the ones that I had before were kind of this like brown, beige, tan color, and honestly I didn't like them aesthetically, and then also I felt like they were blocking a lot of the light and also contributing to turning the light this like brown yellow color. So I decided to order some new ones of those too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and insert the footage from that. I did kind of film myself as I was changing everything out, and there you'll see the process. Is really easy, really inexpensive. Anybody can do this, but disclaimer, For some strange reason, I did not think to use my tripod as I was filming myself doing this. So for most of the time, I was like holding my phone in my left hand and trying to like do things with my right hand. So the video, it moves around a little bit, but you can definitely see what I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert that clip now, and then I'll come back and I'll talk about my final setup. Okay, so these like kind of brown colored ones are the ones that are on my light right now. So you can see that like 2 of them are still up there. I just took this one off because I wanted to show you guys. And this combined with just the regular like yellow bulb just really makes the room look kind of yellow. Like you can even look at the wall and you can see that the room, it's not super bright. It's kind of like a yellow tone. It's not a bright, nice, bright white tone. So what I did was I purchased these daylight bulbs. They're LED daylight 60 LED replacement bulbs for general use. The bulbs themselves are a little bit smaller than like my old bulb. So this is what was in there before. Actually, I take that back. They're the same size. They just look smaller because of this little whatever that is. But anyway, I already checked earlier. They do fit in just fine. So I did buy the right ones. So standard bulb. And then I also got these like regular like clear glass shades because I felt like these would let a lot more light through. And also I just feel like these brown ones are ugly. So this is kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, getting more light and also making my room look better. So like I said, I already took this one off. So I'm just, in case you haven't done this before, I'm just gonna take another one off just to show you guys like how easy it is to take off and put on. So I will put that clip in next, but I have to go and turn off the light first so it's gonna be kind of dark, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so you can kind of sort of see because I still have my lamp on, but you can see that there's like those like screws up there. So all I have to do is first like unscrew. Oh, okay, so that light bulb just low-key exploded because I didn't wait for it to cool down first. So if you are gonna change your bulbs, I don't know why I didn't think to do that, but I'm used to these like the regular like little round ones. I haven't really changed out those like spirally ones before, and that bulb like low-key exploded. So yeah, when you turn your light off, make sure you cool it off first, or let it cool off first, because otherwise you might have exploding light bulbs like me. Back to changing out the shades and the bulbs. Okay, so I waited for this third one to cool off because, you know, I had already taken off the first one and then you saw the second one explode. So we're gonna just go ahead and take off this third one. So I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew the bulb. And just put that there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just unscrew these little screws. And just put that there. And as you can see, it just like fell out. So anyway, so all these 3 are out, so that's nice. Okay, so now we've gotten everything out. You can see that some of the screws were still up there. They didn't all need to come out because the thing is, as you can see, there's no like holes in these. So it's not like screwed in like holes. I don't know why these people have tape. I don't think that's really necessary. But I'm not going to put tape on these new ones. Hopefully nothing bad will happen, but yeah. So the screws are basically just providing tension, so there's not like any like holes or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this one up, and I'm gonna actually have to put you guys down for a second because otherwise this is gonna fall, and yeah, we don't want that. Okay, so I just tightened one of the screws just to make it like stay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten the second screw over here. And then I'm gonna put in the third screw. Oh. And you see now this is like nice and secure. So that's good. So then we can go ahead and put the bulb in this one. And that's all you have to do. So I'm just gonna repeat that process with the next two, and then I'll show you when I'm done. And we are done. So you can see that this light is like nice and white and bright, even compared to like my lamp over here. Like you see how yellow that looks? And then you have this nice bright white light. Oh, it's so nice. The walls looking nice and bright. Everything is nice and bright. I'm so happy. Okay, so this is pretty much my setup. You can see my laptop is sitting back there. I do that because as of now, I still don't have a microphone, and I really don't like the audio on my phone, at least for singing. For talking, it's fine, but for singing, I do not like it. So what I've been doing is I've been recording my audio on my computer while I'm simultaneously recording the video on my phone, and then I just edit it together after the fact. But hopefully soon I'll have a microphone, so I won't have to do that anymore. And of course I do have my little remote sitting right there. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. If I don't use it, I just kind of start the video on my phone, and then I just come and sit in my chair, which is right here. And of course that other tripod right here, this is the one that actually came with the ring light. So this is like pretty much a full-size tripod, which would work if I were standing, but I like to sit, so that's why I have this little mini tripod. So I will link down below the link to the ring light, which came with that big tripod, as well as this mini tripod. Those links will be affiliate links, so disclaimer, I will earn a percentage, but you won't pay anything extra, so please support me. Yeah, so I'll have everything linked down below, as well as everything that I used for the actual lighting setup that you just saw. Those links will also be there, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so you have seen my filming setup. You also saw the whole process of me upgrading my bulbs and my light shades and all that good stuff. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go ahead and insert the picture, which was taken with the final setup. This was taken at nighttime. It was completely dark outside, so it's purely just all the lights that I set up. And you can see that it's much, much better compared to how it was before. Like my face is pretty well lit. I don't look dark and shadowy. I don't look ashy like sometimes poor lighting can do to brown skinned people. And you know, my overall room looks fairly well lit. Pretty happy with the result. I actually did film a video with this, so the Dangerously in Love video, which should be already up, was filmed with this setup, so I'll have that in the cards below above if you guys want to check that out and see how the overall lighting upgrades really turned out for a video setting, since this is just a picture. And of course everything will be linked down below. Don't forget to check those out if you think you might benefit from any of the items that I mentioned. And hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you gained something from it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. And also comment down below, what is your lighting situation? Like, do you just use the lights in your room that you film in? Do you have any type of external lights? Do you just film in the daytime? Like, I'm actually curious like what other people do, so definitely let me know. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.